What's going on, my fellow rockers? We are here on the Quarm server during the Lute era in Velkator's Labyrinth, looking to solo our own Lute of the Howler. So at this stage of the game, I assume most bards, to include myself, have already bought this Lute, simply because it's not really feasible, or it wasn't feasible to do during the Velios era, due to the mob's level, which was outside of our mezzing abilities. But now in Lute, we do get the song Ancient Lullaby, which can mezz up to the level 59 mobs. And to have that song, I also assume that you most likely have some decent gear, because it is a song that only drops from raid targets. So besides that, why do we want it? Well, checking it out here, right? It's a primary Lute, the string instrument modifier with 120, and it has the effect of Werewolf. 10-second cast time, lasts for 36 minutes. And in the Werewolf illusion, you get the increased attack speed up to 66 at level 65. Your actual haste by 40%, and then strength up to 30 at level 58. So pretty nice stats, very, very nice clicky to have. One of our more useful illusions in terms of using it as a buff. So pretty good. It's pretty practical. Second, behind Lyrian's mystical Lute in terms of the string modifier. So besides that, it's also a form of like a slight shrink, I guess. And while it's on, and while it's on in this zone in particular, it allows you to run around. You'll get dubious faction with this only when it's on. So you do got to be careful going into areas where there are dispels. It's like a trap. So we'll definitely hit that going into the area that we need to go to get this. So it won't always be on, so you gotta be careful, and if you drop it, you'll probably be KOS and all that. So another great tool here in the zone is your faction song. If you haven't ruined your faction already, I have never fought in this zone or killed anything else but what we are about to kill. So my faction has been good all the way through, even now after basically acquiring it. And so this is a very nice tool to have. Definitely utilize it. I'm going to do some runs with this on, and then if you are KOS, I'll do another run showing you how to get to the kill spot if you are KOS. So, but cool. So I went through 9 placeholders and 1 named. Each needed 2 additional per kill. So when I kind of get into that here in a second, I ended up killing 30 mobs total. So kind of evened out. And some other items I would highly recommend when coming in here. Of course, your Tiny Cloak of Darkest Night for that insta-cast invisibility in sketchy situations, and of course to break Charm if you're going to use it. Another is Leatherfoot Raider Skullcap, or you can get Lizard Blood Potions. This is just an easy way to click out, instant gate out of here, because once we go past the point of no return, we're not going to be able to just simply run out. So it's going to be a lot harder. You're probably going to get beat down very quickly. And this is kind of your last lifeline. Of course, the Overseer's, the Worker Sludge Mallet is also really good to get out. And with that, of course, the Eye of Zom effect. So either from your Singing Steel Helm or Holgresh Elder Beads. I use the beads because it's 4-second cast time. But this is also, I'm also going to use this to lull some mobs when you are KOS. So definitely useful in that situation as well. Other than that, I mean, of course I have some raid gear. Not much else you truly need, I would go my way to say. But definitely useful. So, all right, so to get this, we need to kill Khelkar Icepaw. He's a level 59 rogue. He can be slowed. He does summon and he does enrage. So be mindful at 9%. You'll see the enraged message. You need to stop attacks to mitigate that extra damage so that you don't kill yourself. Very important to note. He is immune to fleeing, so he will stay put. This is to our advantage in the area that I will fight him in. Other than that, he can hit up to 250, has 20,000 hit points, and that's about it. So he does have a 40% chance of dropping the loot, which is really nice. He himself up here he is a 10% spawn chance, and then he has 2 placeholders, 2 variants of placeholders, one being an Icepaw champion. So a little bit lower level, these can be charmed as well. No other magical abilities per se with these. Hit up to 178, 10,000 hit points. Pretty cool. They drop a ton of spells and whatnot, and some other goodies. And then you can also get a Prophet as a placeholder, level 51 Cleric. These guys can heal, so I will definitely use Mana Drain. I will show that a little bit later on. So they can buff and whatnot. You can do some dispelling if you want to. I didn't really think it's necessary, but cool. And you can drop all that stuff too. So that's the mob. We're going to get down there and kill it. Oh, and because he is... Khelkar is level 59 is the reason why we would need our Ancient Lullaby song, because that allows us to mez level 59s, right? Using just dreams only goes up to 57. So we definitely would need Ancient Lullaby in order to kill this guy. So cool. Let's check out the map real quick. So from here at the entrance, if we're going to use our faction song or an illusion, you can get an enchanter to give you werewolf illusion as well. But we're going to run in, come up the ramp here along the edge. We're going to go all the way around to Alpha right here. And this will pop us out over here. We'll go straight. This is a trap little door. It's just a little cutout, so you need to jump over it. And when you do, this pathway here is slippery, so just be mindful of that. But we'll jump over the triangle here and go straight back around to B, which will be over here. We'll come in and we'll go straight back through this fake wall. This is a fake wall right here. You can go in and back. It's not like a one-way or anything. So come through here, and this is a big circular room, I guess, and it drops down. So this is the area where you will hit the point of no return. So once you go down here, we'll come down. These are ramps going downwards, and we'll kind of just skirt the edges, or actually this way, and come down to this area right here. So we're gonna drop down. There are 3 mobs inside. Some do see invis, so you need to be careful. And inside there is a dispel trap upon falling down. You can disarm it, but you're not going to disarm it fast enough before it will dispel you. So you need to be ready. This is the point where I will stand on the edge, drop an eyeball down, and lull these in order to attempt to get right about here on this wall. So you're out of the aggro range in case you can't get any more lulls. And we want to be out of the aggro range of this guy right here. Sometimes these can be named as well, so also be careful. But we'll get invis back on and lull if we have to, any see invis, and we'll make our way into this room here. This is actually a nice area. You can fight in here. There's no mobs, but just be mindful of line of sight from these guys, and you'll kind of see you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about once you get in there. But we'll check these two mobs over here. Come up this ramp. Right here is where I'm going to fight the placeholders and the named. This is a good spot to keep out of healers range so they don't get healed. I was fighting over here, and somehow the mobs were getting healed from like the Z-axis somewhere. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I got annoyed because it was just continuous, and so I decided to just get them into this ramp area right here, and we'll pin them against the wall this way and fight them down. But anyways, so we need to keep traveling through. We'll make sure that these 2 mobs don't see invis, and these 2 mobs don't see invis. And our placeholder is right here. So in this room, this is the main room right here, and there are 5 mobs total. So what I am going to do is, if you are using the faction song, you probably need to camp out or relog in order to make that go away. I don't know how else to take it off otherwise. But once that happens, you will become KOS, kill on sight. And so what I plan to do is kill these 2 mobs first. Be mindful that these are all 6-minute respawns, so they are very quick. And right after I kill them, I will relog and then come back, start chain lulling all these 4 over here, and I'll show that, and then we will body aggro and pull out the placeholder or the named. So that's how I'm going to do it. So what if there are healers like other prophets? Then we gotta keep killing, you know, like these guys over here or something. They were healers, and I kept killing them until they respawned as a warrior type, so that they couldn't heal. So that is why. And any of these, I've had these guys come up as named as well. So just be mindful of that. And they will, if you pull the placeholder without knowing that, they will also aggro. So I've had all kind of weird situations now when attempting this. So once you pull them out, I will mez the mob right here in this room, the placeholder or the named, and then I will lull these 2 and just let mez break and pull the mob right here. I will remez and then reapply whatever buffs I need or slow or what have you. So that's kind of the gist of it, and I hope that I explained that well enough. And cool. So we'll get to it. I'm gonna do 2 runs. One with the faction song, so I could just do it quickly, and then you could skip ahead in the video as you wish, and I will do it as just kill on sight, where I will just use invisibility and lull to get to the room. And then I will show a quick method for the placeholder and then the name. So with that, let's get to it. All right, from the entrance here, I'm going to target, right here at the entrance, target a mob. Right now, I am ready to ready to attack. Hit him with your faction song, and now I am dubious. So if that works for you, then perfect. This will be really quick. So we're going to go up here to the left, past some guys here. Up the ramp, and right up here. Here is where you have the triangle cutout. If you are KOS, of course, we're going to con everything and all that, but everything now is dubious, so we'll just jump over. Slide up. Careful that these cutouts here just kind of keep right in the middle. Cool. And to the right. Coming around here. Up this ramp here. And you'll see the 3 spawn. You can note the rocks here and this little sparkly doodad. That is where we want to go. So we'll go in to the right and through this fake wall. So now that we're through, we're going to go down. These are all icy, so just be mindful of that. And we're going to just jump right over here, or you can fall down, doesn't matter. I'll fall down. I'll kind of come over here to the left, just to this ledge, drop down, and then you can either just drop right here, wherever you want to go, doesn't really matter. But this is the point of no return. So once we fall down here, there's no real getting out otherwise. So going down here, you can't target the mobs. There are 3 kobolds down there. But this is where I would drop the eyeball. Regardless, we'll jump down and you'll see the curse hit. Actually, I will... let's just put some buffs on so you can see that it will strip away most of the stuff that you got. Actually, here, I'll just buffing so you can see all these, and we'll jump down. So I just took away half of them, just like that. That's what that ring around me is. But there are 3 here. It does not dispel your faction song, so don't worry about that. So 3 here. These are what we would lull otherwise. But we'll come up here, and we have 2. These are 2 priests, a priest and prophet, so they are healers. But this is another room where you could potentially fight in. And then coming up here to the ramp, this is the area where I'm going to fight the placeholder or the named, and we'll kind of push them against this wall to do that. Otherwise, we're going to keep coming up here and up. And this is the current placeholder right here. So in this room, there are 5. And so what I will do is I have a macro for this, which will be my lull macro. I will switch this out to lull. And this will just chain cast it so I can sit here and click each one and just keep lulling and then body aggro out the placeholder. So cool. And before I do that, I will kill these two. So these are always, as far as I've seen, it can respawn as a named, but these are typically the warrior types. And you can charm one. I will charm one, have it fight the other, and get your snare ready. These guys will run, and they will typically run up and start aggroing everything else. If you have this one, he runs down. So just be ready. I do have another macro that I'll have for my snare alone. 3/3, which is just it'll keep repeatedly snaring so that it doesn't wear off or something like that. So cool. Once we kill those, yep, we'll just lull these two after we pull placeholder named and bring them right down to right here where we are out of the line of sight of these ones and these guys up top. So cool. We'll do the run again as without any faction song or anything like that. So let's get to it. And those are pretty much the biggest ones. So assuming that we don't have faction song or anything like that, or the illusion, everything will be KOS. Always come in with invis. You can see that these are already indifferent. So the way we're going to get there is we're going to go straight up from the entrance here. Most of these don't see invis that I've encountered. There will be a few up top that will. You can use your camera to kind of swing around. Just in case, right up here. Before you come here, there is a triangle hole and it is icy right here, so be careful. I would scroll out, target these guys, con them. In case you jump over and slide into them, you don't want to do that. I don't know if I can get that spider. That's all right. I'll just jump over. Ooh, there we go. Trying to catch yourself. Okay, he's ready to attack, so he is the only... There is a third one somewhere. Typically 3, but not a big deal. So right about here, out of the line of sight of everything, out of the gargoyle's views. Make sure he is the right one. We'll just lull. Invis back on. And we'll run up over here to the right. Also good to have your 2 mezzes loaded as well, just in case you need to membler. Before we get up there, let's make sure they're all good. And once you get to this little 3 spawn, we see the rocks. You can use it as a checkpoint, maybe even this little sparkly doodad, whatever. We're going to come in around the corner here and through this fake wall. So once you come down, it is icy right now, so you can actually just kind of jump off of here. I just like to come up to this little platform area and then jump down. And we're going to get down to this hole down here. Once you go down there, that's where stuff gets real. So I don't know why I always come to this side over here. And what we're going to do is drop the eyeball down, and we'll use our lull to start lulling mobs. There should be 3 down here, so what we'll do is very carefully approach the edge so that you can get the eyeball down there. The eyeball takes a long time to travel down these walls, so that's why I try to get as close as I can. And then from here, I just have a little hotkey made. I angle away so when I hit forward, it doesn't, I don't fall down. You see how slow the eyeball's moving? I should have casted it first and then just trying to get everything targeted beforehand, see if I can get it. You can't target these outside of like this invisible barrier here. Or if you can at least get one, then you can find sight. So get one. Oh. So what I'll do now, solidarity of vision. Could do it again. The eyeball is probably a little bit easier, but trying to position myself right near the edge here. And you want your target last two target's keybind. See the eyeball dropped. I can turn around quick, and now I'll try to. So I'm starting my lull here on these three. The object will be to get over to the side over here very quickly. And get invis back up. So what could be done too is, I should have did invis. He's ready to attack. So they are ready to attack, so hold on, let me do this one more time. And if you're not confident in this method here, just give it time. And when you're ready, to do it then. Because you want to have the timing good to get over here and get invis back on. Because there is a mob right up here. Actually, let's make sure if we get invis on, he's indifferent, so that's good. Alright, so lulling. Lulling. Lulling down here quick. Oh, shoot. It's not what I wanted. Very bad. And you're kind of you're almost out of the line of sight anyways. So that was actually kind of lucky. But that's how I would kind of tackle that. So now looking at these, so he's indifferent, or sorry, he's ready to attack. So the next goal will be to get over into the room, over to the right over here, which is all we really need. So we should be good here. Just gonna lull him and get invis back on. Right over to this room, kind of hug the back here. He's indifferent and he is indifferent. Out of his line of sight because he was the KOS mob. And now we'll come up this ramp. This area right here is where we will fight the mob. So this keeps them out of the areas of where others can heal potentially. So some things that I had to do was kill this guy here if he was a prophet, because he can heal, and also this one here. And then as we come up, there's two more that are typically indifferent. I don't really mess with those as long as they're warriors. They're good, or just an icy kobold. We come up to the last one here. 1 and 2. They're indifferent, and now we are at Khelkar's room. This prophet right here is a placeholder, and there are 4 mobs in this room. So, need to be careful of that. I just took invis. Gonna see if I can show it. This is a good area here where you can drop invis and fight. So in his room here, you have 4. So this is where the chain lulling will become important. So with that, it'll lead into taking care of those guys. It is a prophet that's up. Also in that room, you just want to ensure that the other 2 ads over on this side are not healers as well. So you don't want them to be prophets. They also can be named. Any one of these, I think, can potentially be a named. So we got to be wary of that. I've had this guy right here become a named. So which just takes a little more time to kill them first, charm the other to help you out, so that your timing isn't wildly off. You may need to heal up and whatnot, but now once we kill, I do kill these 2. That gives you 6 minutes. These are all on a 6-minute respawn, so it's very quick. So you must kill these 2. Start as soon as one dies. Start the timer. Then I will typically camp out and come back in if I'm using the faction song. And I will show that on the named. For the Prophet, I'll just show a quick poll here and what I do if you are KOS, right? Kill on sight. So with this, I don't need Ancient Lullaby now. I will use Ravage's Lost Composition. What's happening here? Actually, I do have a melody already, or a macro made. So with my normal song setup for a Prophet is, Dreams, Reverses Lost Composition, Cello's Constant Chain, Ancient Lycias, or your heal song, War Song, McVaxius, Psalm for your damage shield, and of course Lull. So what I will do quickly now is with the 2 ads, I will just charm one. And get ready to go. Having the Cloak of Darkest, Tiny Cloak of Darkest Night is very useful. So you just have the extra invis on. Otherwise, you can lull one. I mean, you can pre-mez one, get it slowed and all that nonsense if you want. Which actually we can do. So in this situation here, the Kobold over here is lower level, I believe. Actually, these are both the same. But sometimes you get the warrior. The warrior will be, he hits harder, but kill him first because it takes longer to kill him because we care about the respawn times. So once that happens, all we care about is getting this guy over to the ramp down there, where then we can heal up and do all that as need be. So let's do that. Let's just hit him with Dreams. Get him with Charm. Hit him with a pre-slow. I'll start the melody and we'll just start going off to the races. These guys are typically a little easier, so it's nice. I have no buffs on right now. I will for the name, of course. I'll use all my clickies, use everything that you got. Actually, this is already the Lute of the Howler, so... be very mindful. Once you get to about 25 to 20%, you need to have this guy snared. They will run. So be very mindful of that. Having that snare is very important here. We do need it. He's running right now, so... I have another melody for just chain casting snare. I have it as my third song, so I just chain cast it. And just keep him going. Not even worried about the ad right now. He's gone. Let's get him going. Timer started. So this is now your 6-minute timer start. Actually, this melody should be with 3 here. These guys are a lot more simplistic. I also assume that, because we need Ancient Lullaby to even do this, you probably have some decent gear because they come from all the rating mobs for that song to drop. Taking a little bit, and that's okay, man. Your health is still good. Actually, I should be snaring. Well, he is snared, but... All right. One thing I did forget, it's a very useful item, is your Leatherfoot Raider skull cap. I should have mentioned that in the very beginning. This is important for your capping out, right? You can just click it and get that instant cast out if things go bad. But cool. So now we're starting the lull. I will equip the Lute here and start. Oh, that's why we need lull up. And there we go. So, so if you're using your faction song, you want to recamp. You want to camp out, log back in, so that he becomes KOS. I don't know how to remove that without camping out or zoning. So, because I'm doing this right now, just already KOS without anything, this is why I'm doing it. And we're going to body pull him out. So, I'll start the lulling. Lulling is kind of weird because you can pre-target the next as it's running. So now I'm going to do it again here. One. Hopefully I got that right. If you're unsure, just restart the melody. Not a big deal. So that's going to hit him again because I'm going too slow. So let me restart it here just so you can see it. So I can, as soon as I have him targeted, cast your lull, and then click the next. And then click the next. And then this one, it will come back around. We'll give it 2 more here. And get him body aggroed out. So what I'll do now is just hit him with dreams. And then lull these 2. And we're waiting for Mez to wear off. He will come right on down. Just ensure that these are both being lulled. Come down a little bit because he will cast. Dreams is off. And there he is. So now we can just hit him again if you want to. If you want to heal up or whatever you got to do, that's fine. I'll get him with the pre-slow, and then also with your mana drain. Mana drain is very, very useful. These guys will heal up. And because of this is a 13-second recast, so it is advantageous to have 5 songs in the melody, making the last one the Raj's last composition, so that you meet the timing and your melody won't drop it or skip over it. After that, it's pretty much it. We'll just get right into the fight here. So what's nice about this is I have a macro for my Breath of Harmony clicky, and what I'm doing as for my regeneration. As soon as I have Ancient Lucias, I'm going to spam it. So I get both Nivs and Ancient Lucias with the Lute on to give me even more regeneration. I'm going down now because I didn't take time to heal or have any other buffs. So this is more realistic. And you're pulling this guy, I didn't really explain it, you're pulling this guy out of the line of sight of both of these, of all these mobs. So you need to have him pretty well centered, and you can angle as need be. Not really paying attention here, but what we'll do is hit him with dreams. Get a double mez so that he doesn't get the member component and start healing up. And then you can just sit here and heal back up and kind of also hit him with more mana drain if you need to. But make sure that you are angling correctly, right? We don't want to push him up the ramp, so kind of back and forth, keep him pinned to this wall, and you should be good to go. So that's it for this, really, and I'll kind of get into the named kill with the champion. Same exact thing, but now you can just chain cast your slow. Actually, that's what I'm not doing right now. I don't have slow on, which is kind of a ding dong move for this particular one. Otherwise, I'm using my Horn of Shadows to slow it, which makes it a lot easier, which I can do right now. But yeah, this is how you kind of manage the placeholders. So, yep, coming up next, we'll get the named. All right, first Khelkar attempt here, so this is going to be pretty cool. Just getting the rest of my self buffs on, and I'll take you through everything I'm doing here. So first we'll take care of these two so that we can pull him up here. And all that. Let's see. Going to. Whoops. I think this is the harder of the two if you have these particular named, or these particular mobs. The warrior is a little harder than the kobold, so it gives us more time to relog and all that. Oops, I'm going to. Monitor the health because they will run. Doing very well on health right now. Just keeping snare on its own melody, just in case. Doing very well on health. Not a big deal. Just another mez just because. I'm getting a pre-slow on him. The timer, I started my timer as the other one died, so that's how we got 6 minutes to get this guy down, relog, and then pull the named into the other room. And that's why it's important to pay attention. For the snare, if that guy would have ran, it would have been upset. I can member, you know, 2 or 3 ads, but ooh, and a ding. All right, so we're camping out. While getting lull up, and then I believe that is all I need for now. All right, coming back, getting right into the lulls. Chain lulling here. Those look good. Again with Ancient and Pre. Trying to get the Pre slow on them. There we go. We can actually get them right down here. Get him back with another Ancient, then we can kind of just re-heal, regather the thoughts. Well, that was bad. Get a double click on that. That's all right. This also gives time to any of the haste buffs that are on him. He will get hasted by the other mobs. Oops. Gives it a second for it to wear off because it's going to be a grind here. Just giving it the heal up full just to get this going. And I'll get another damage absorb on. Harmonize is still good. Let's go on. One more here. Sure, I got melody is good. We'll get into it here. Right in out of the line of sight of these. Just kind of get them pinned to the wall the best that you can. So when I swap out to my to my Lute on the ancient Lullaby or ancient Elsias. I'm also hitting my Breath of Harmony clicky, so it gets both of them with the Lute modifier, which helps out regeneration very nicely. Whoops. Well, that was silly. I went to go Mesm and I'm still attacking, so wait for that. Thankfully I have enough hit points to last. Alright, let's get hit him with a double Mesm. That's why I leave Dreams up, is just to get that aggro back on. And we'll heal up, come back, and rinse and repeat. Alright, back to full here. Let's get him. Whoa. Not that. Get him with another pre-slow. Perfect, and then this would be kind of, let's get up in his grill. I think I have everything. Let's get it on. It does say that he doesn't flee, so he shouldn't run, but he will enrage, so we gotta be careful at about 9%. Gonna angle down a little bit just to really not too bad. I mean, granted, yes, with gear and all that, it is making it easier, so but the tactics still remain, and that's kind of the focus on this one. I'm going to snare just in case. Well, not that he's getting snared. Alright, 9% here. He's enraged, attack is off. Just gotta kind of eat through it. Still good on health for the most part. No longer enraged. There we go, baby. See what we get. Oh, yes. One and done. Got it. That's what I'm talking about. Loot that bad boy. Where am I going to put it? Cool. Yeah, I hope that kind of helps. I would expect that to heal. I expected to have to heal up more than once. So pretty cool. figure that one out. So now, just to be sure, let me go back to my Charismatic Carillion, however you say it. This, your faction song. So still dubious, right? Still, I can still run around this whole place freely. I have not killed anything before I started this, so I have been able to maintain faction through killing all of these. So pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually proud of that one. Pretty neat. But cool. Well, I hope the guide kind of helps, and we'll see you next time.